Uh-oh.
Suikoden, you fool.
Suikoden. I totally knew that, and I...
We have to do this entire thing, I'll be cool bar, and you have to be Jotsu.
Okay!
Alright, where the hell are we? Yeah. we wanted to record about an hour ago. I just had to watch Elijah do a funny dance and then disassemble his room.
My room is probably like, what is it, like 15 by 15?
It's not big.
I know that some prisons are probably like bigger, like some prison cells.
He lives in a prison cell, this is true.
I mean, that and part of my room is taken up by your son's stuff.
Well, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a corner, but just enough. Come on. Think about how nice of a pad this place would be if we just took this stuff out.
You know how nice this place would be if we just killed your son. But just dispose of him. Nobody likes children.
No. I just gotta like wait for my plan to like destroy the relationship between you and Natalie to take place, and then it'll be like, all right. No, never.
Alright, well, to get us back to the game just for a second before we completely go divergent.
Again.
Last time we left off, we were helping out the rebels because, the Liberation Army, I should say, not the rebels. Because we were responsible for getting Varkas and Sidonia captured. And turns out they were, like, being held for execution without proper trial. So we thought we'd undo our boo-boo and come and rescue them.
Seems like a real shit thing to do in the first place. I don't know. Victor is still just being the same guy. And I like him.
Well, the best part about Victor is, in order to get the guards' attentions, he lit the bitch on fire.
What? Oh my god! What the fuck?
It's really poorly graphic fire, but it's fire.
Ouch.
Better watch out for them flames.
If you touch them, do you get hurt? You have to, like, battle the fire. Like, fire, burn finger.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I got some guard bits.
Some stringy bits?
Some stringy bits.
Yeah. What the fuck you want?
After we finish this, we got one more section of mission, and we finally get on to... Well, independence is how I want to put it.
I like how they run at you like Pokemon style. When you're in the same room, they notice you. They're like,
well, I appreciate the fact that not every encounter in this game is a random encounter.
Exactly. Like you're destined to fight certain people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, man.
It plays out even better thematically later as we go through more trials and tribulations.
See,
Again, like this is our first like doing anything that is
significant to a storyline?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, so far, this game reminds me of Strife. Can we play Strife? That'd be fun.
I have no idea what Strife is.
Well, now Strife, the name for the video game has been bought out by... Fuck, I forgot what company. But now it's a MOBA or something? But the original Strife was a Doom mod where you're pretty much... You start out in a prison with a shank, and you can, like, shank out one of the guards. Or you can not shank out one of the guards. And it just, right at the beginning, you can kind of choose where you want to go and what kind of guy you want to be. You end up doing missions for a number of questionable people. You're all trying to figure out whether you should be a part of the rebellion or back up the, like, Federation. And basically it's set in, like, post-viral world. So, like, there's technology left behind, but only the top 1% of people can have the technology. So it leaves these rebels with, like, shittier weapons until later. It has a lot of RPG elements. The voice acting is what I like the most.
I mean, if you can find, like, a legit version of it, I suppose, like... That was weird.
Actually... What are you doing?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh. What the fuck? Anyways...
It's a cute little glitch I found. I thought I'd share with you.
What, you're, like, trying to walk between them or something?
Yeah, dude, it fucking spazzed out.
Stuck between...
Now, this is great here. So we get Varkas down, and Sidonia warps out. Why you? If you got tricks like that, why didn't you escape sooner? Can't very well escape alone.
You... Hey, let's get out of here.
You know, not that he could have escaped an untied Varkas, but, you know, whatever. Who am I to judge? I didn't mean to run in that door.
Zip zip zabby wazzle. I don't know, but Strife. It's a it's a Doom mod that is a standalone game, and I don't think there's any legitimate copies just kind of floating around. Though there are some pretty great ways of playing this mod. If you guys want to check it out, if anyone's watching this right now, Ross's Game Dungeon. If we haven't done this Strife yet, check it out there. He does a great, just brief run, not a run through. He doesn't actually play through the entire game, but he just kind of highlights some things about the game, talks about different elements. I like it. I really like the idea that we should totally play Strife because it seems like your kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know.
I'll try it at least once. I'm always down to try it at least once.
He's a trisexual.
Well, you know, I'd say good 80-90% of the games you present me are absolute shit and garbage, and I hate them and I don't want to play them again.
Well,
but...
I bring them to you not because I think that you'll think that they're good games, but a lot of the time I throw them at you because I don't know if you've noticed this, but I like first reactions to things. Like, I feel like they're the only genuine thing.
No, I understand that, but...
Like, I like the cinematic of sitting down and telling you something the first time and have you go like, what?
I also kind of wish that, you know, on occasion you liked better stuff.
I don't really think the things I show you are things that I like. I think they're just things I found, and I want your reaction.
Look! It's a dead puppy!
Okay, if I ever do something like that,
you're just gonna show
you're
gonna show up in my room with like dead animals in your mouth, looking for approval like a fucking cat.
I killed it for you, master. I saved you from the terrible, terrible bird.
All right, so we're back at the base. We freed the Varkas and Sidonia, and Odessa's gonna show us something a little secretive. Plans for the fire spear.
It's an ice-type arrow that's fired from a cannon.
Ooh, very good. That's really, really nah. You're
deductive reasoning has never been my thing.
So we're gonna take these blueprints to the secret factory.
A what?
Shh, it's a secret.
It's a secret factory.
Yeah, it's a factory. That's a secret.
I think the most secret thing in this entire game so far was that mountain passage, like, in the last episode. Because I'm like, where the fuck's it at?
Can't find it. That's why we gotta make our choice.
My father goes this way.
Yeah, father goes his own way. I go mine. Fuck him. Fuck him, Elijah. Fuck my dad.
How dare you talk about your uncle that way? Cleo, Tio, and Hirsch.
And Hirsch. The fucking Hirsch.
Man. Hirsch 2.0. Yeah.
You know, we haven't talked about the other two guys' names here either, which is probably the funniest part.
What?
So, you know, obviously we have Odessa.
Yeah.
We have Victor Cleo.
Odesu.
We've talked about Flick. For this guy's name, Sanchez.
Wow. Where was this game developed?
Japan.
Okay, so I get it, like with the translation, you gotta try and make it a little bit more like ready for like English speakers. But at what point do you just throw a bunch of cultures together and call it a day?
Well, you kind of have to, because with so many different characters, you have to diversify.
Well, yeah, but I don't see why we have to have a fucking Mario / Nurse Joy. I don't know.
Okay, you lost me on that one.
Mario / Nurse Joy. Talking about Zim Zim Salabim. I don't remember names ever. I don't.
Oh,
I didn't think
Kanan? You mean like the
Yeah.
fat dude that went with us to the mountain?
Yeah. Mario / Nurse Joy.
You still got me on this Nurse Joy thing.
He's supposed to be a... Okay, Didn't we talk about this last time? I thought he looked like his dress made him look like Nurse Joy. He has like the little like nurse hat too. Like I imagine that he wears like skid-proof shoes, like slick-proof shoes, like nurses.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's my own thing. Ew.
Yeah, it's only on us though. Well, at least for the first video.
Really?
I didn't hear any feedback during that first video we put up. So
Really? I wonder
no,
what the fuck it is.
yeah, we're kind of ruining the time continuity. The illusion is shattered.
Oh no.
We're recording this about the same time the first one went up, so
Yeah.
if that gives you any clue.
Supposed to do it yesterday, but women. Or a woman, I should say.
Don't get me started with your ass.
Yeah?
This motherfucker.
Oh, I shouldn't get you started. No, we'll put that away for later.
Look, I understand. You know, tiny little audience. No real plans, nothing. But
yeah,
if you ever want to make it in the biz, homie, you gotta get a schedule. You gotta adhere to some standards and guidelines.
Yeah.
When I told you to upload a video every day, uploading one video in the last 2 days, not the same thing.
No, because we only have like 4 videos of this, and I was releasing
one every day.
Okay.
We can
We'll pump out the rest. We'll do our thing.
one a day.
One a day.
One a day,
I
man's
like
health.
You know, I've actually thought about taking that shit because of like my. For those of you who don't know me personally, which I doubt there's very few people that are listening that
Actually, everybody on YouTube knows you personally. I put your information out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait. I'm sorry, that's your mom.
Go back to Minecraft. Let's play. You'll see more about my mom.
Yeah, JC banged your mom. It's gross.
Yeah, even if that were true. No, I took up longboarding not so long ago, and it's like skateboarding, but longer.
For stupid people.
But longer. And it was like my first...
Want to surf? Don't live near water?
Yeah, that's actually it. We live in fucking Iowa. That's the thing. And, by the way, surfing does sound pretty fucking awesome. But, I was like, oh...
That incorporates all the things I don't like into one activity.
Water...
Well, first off, that's physical activity, the outdoors, and water.
The sun!
Well, yeah, I think you have to do it during the day, too, because I don't think you can surf at night.
Yeah,
You might drown.
Well, I think it's less about the drowning, and it's far more about, like, sharks get really, really active around, like, dusk.
Again, we live in Iowa. Unless there's corn sharks, I think we're okay.
No. I'm not talking about... We're talking about surfing. Or are you talking about longboarding, that you wouldn't dare do that? Because I was talking about surfing, you strafed over...
That's just as bad.
Yeah. I was like, riding this at night ain't shit. But,
No, you're just gonna run into a deer or a car.
I mean, maybe if I'm going fast enough down a giant-ass hill, but...
By the way, I don't know if you know this, but them slimes, they're killer.
Really?
This is some killer slimes.
They remind me of some of the characters from Futurama. Who drank Glug the Third?
You drank the Emperor!
No, he was like, no, you're gonna get drunk at your own inauguration. I was thinking about having
By the way, this is also a giant snail.
Damn, that's a big snail.
Now,
but back to the longboarding thing, because I need to finish that up.
Yes.
Bookmarking that. I was like, oh boy, I'm getting better at longboarding. Time to get slide gloves. And then so I got the slide gloves, and they had like the pucks on them, and I was like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna totally like fucking try these out. Well,
watch this thing attack.
Boink.
Fucking stretched all the way across the screen.
But no, turns out either my wheels aren't broken in, or I just suck at sliding. But I can't get these wheels break free. I can break other people's wheels free, but I can't get mine. So, like, of course, I'm just starting to try and break them in. And so I go down for a slide, put my right hand down, and start sliding right. I'm like, yeah! fucking crashed the first time. I crashed a few more times, and then the doozy. My board catches, my left arm goes out in front of me, puck causes my arm to fucking slide out from underneath, causing my arm to bend the wrong way, and now I have a fractured arm.
Yeah, he's an idiot. I told him not to do it. I told him that he's no longer a little kid, he shouldn't be riding a skateboard around, because he can drive a car, but, you know, what do I know? Alright, so we made it to on the top of the mountain here, and we're getting tired, and we ran across a little tea shop.
Is this like the, oh, fuck. Oh, no. No, what the fuck is Prince Zuko's uncle's name? Iroh! Yeah, this is Iroh. Is he a sage? Does he tell us the things that we need to hear in our lives? Are we gonna forge some friendships here in this tea shop?
Nah. This guy's name is fucking Ladon or Ladon. He's a little bit shady.
But so far, every shady person that we've run into, as long as they're not a part of, like, the Empire, it's fine.
Well, this guy's a little extra shady.
In what way?
Well, you see. The tea is bitter. Like, no, I don't want to drink if it's bitter. Come on, just a taste. Fine, I'll fucking taste your stupid tea. Here you go, but be careful, it's very hot. Kind of smells kind of funny. God damn it, reading is hard today.
You couldn't be much of a voice actor, could you?
Blah, blah.
Reading dramatically.
Say, old man, what is this tea called? It's a special Mount Tiger brew called Robber's Tea. Bum bum bum. That's a weird frigger.
Frigger.
My God, this is
great.
Hey you, what have you
Is this Hangover 1/2?
Damn, such an old trick.
I think he was like yelling out like slurs.
He's trying to say young master, but he's
sure.
Everyone's asleep, thanks to the drugged tea of Mount Tiger Wolf.
I think he didn't need to say that out loud.
I must reveal my own plot to myself. For a bunch of stragglers, these guys were loaded. Looks like we'll be living the good life for a while. And here comes Kessler.
Hey, Ladon! How have you been? Doing well for yourself, I see.
Why, if it isn't Boss Kessler. Welcome, welcome. As you see, I just pulled a job.
Poke, sure did. And a fine-looking woman in the bunch, too. Wait a minute. This here is... Ladon! What have you done, you fool?
What do you mean?
Do you know who this is?
Just some stupid traveler, I should think.
Idiot! Even an ignoramus like you must have heard of Lady Odessa of the Liberation Army. I almost did Libertarian again!
Libertarian Army!
I've been getting too much in political circles.
Oh, Jesus. So Kessler shows up, he's like, dude, you realize who the fuck you just knocked out? What a jackass. Rabbit's tail, rose leaves, and a handful of sugar. Yeah, dude, if anything happens, Lady Odessa, you can say goodbye to your fucking head.
Oh, Jesus.
Yikes. Rose tail, sugar leaf, handful of rabbits.
I love the humor of this. Oh, fuck.
Almost committed the greatest error. If you like, I'll make Ladon pay with his... Please, sir, spare my head. Don't be ridiculous. I'll have to be more careful from now on.
Maybe I trust people too much.
No, that's what Flick tells her all the time. Flick's like, you always care too much, you try too hard, you... Kind of a try-hard, nice person. Stop being such a nice person. Can't can't be.
You were looking at me while you were doing that. You're like so nice and fucking overdoing it, and you should really stop that. And like looking me right in the fucking eye. Fuck you.
Well, here's the thing: you can't lead the libertarian army while you're being a nice guy.
Oh, you gotta be a hard ass.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta liberate, yeah.
Liberation, fuck yeah.
Oh fuck! Did you guys speaking of fucking date rape and shit like that? Did you see?
Speaking of date rape, well, yeah. I suppose he did just drug us with tea.
Yeah, a little bit.
There
it's
you
on
go.
topic. But did you see the
slasher rabbits? The little rabbits with axes.
The enemies are astoundingly variant. Like we got a lot of good shit here. But no, did you see the social experiment recently where the woman acts like she's drunk?
Yes. But I'm not sure what they
were trying to get done. I think... okay, like a lot of these social experiments, one, they're not very thought through. And two, they're normally really stupid and they don't have any, like, actual thing to them. There's no conclusion to be drawn. In this one, though, it's very clear. It's like, yeah, don't walk around drunk midday.
Well, here's my problem with that, and my problem with most things of that nature, which is, it's the Michael Moore principle. Like...
Michael Moore principle? I know Mike Moore, but...
Well, it's about taking things out of context. Or at least taking things in the context that most suits your opinion. And in this case, you don't know what has really transpired. They only show 3 or 4 different, like, guys talking to her.
There was about 5 guys, and 4 out of 5 of them tried to take them home. I don't know how many she tried.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is you don't know how many times she did this to get that result. Because they don't show, there's no scientific data saying, we tried with this many people.
With the, I get it. The sample size was not, like, right. However, she had to be freaked out. If that was the case, and they'd only tried it out with, like, 5 different cases, and by the end of that, she was like, yeah, fuck this. Because I don't know about you, if that were the case, dude, you're like, oh, what the fuck? But then again,
you have to understand, I have a hard time grasping onto that, under the thought that there's a good possibility that not all those guys were as shady as they were portrayed. They just wanted to show that they're the shady guys. She could have went through 100 dudes, found 5 shady dudes, and only showed 5 shady dudes. You see what I'm saying?
There's a couple of these social experiments that go really out of their way to make it, like, kind of stupid. And one, it's like they follow this woman around for, I think it's like a couple of hours of her walking around New York. Mm-hmm. And they just highlight some of the things that happen when she's just walking. Just walking. And you end up watching, like, dudes follow her for, like, a couple of blocks. And just keep following. She'll, like, stop, and they'll stop, like, behind her. And they'll, like, act like they're doing something. And you have to... I'm going to say that in a large city like that, or anything else like that, dude, men are pigs. And I'm fairly certain that the 4 out of the 5, I could totally believe that being 5 attempts and 4 of them striking. Hey, you want to go home with me? I could totally believe it.
I suppose. I have a little more faith in humanity than that, but not much.
Who is more likely to jump to the occasion? Is it going to be like the, I'm the hero, and like one of the guys is like, hey, let's get you there? Or is it going to be like, oh, dude, that's on hot bitch, like, hey, how you doing? Oh, what you doing today? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, we should totally go back to my house. I have a waterbed. You like waterbeds? Like, there's
She's got a dog.
But that's pretty much how he was treating her, though. In fact, that's pretty much what he said. He was like, oh, I got a waterbed at home. She's like, oh my god, I love waterbeds. He's like, dude, we should totally check out my waterbed.
So we're having a little heart-to-heart with Odessa here. She's talking about how I have a special quality, and she feels, A little special around. She's having some special feelings with me right now.
Oh, we get a love interest?
Get a little snuggly here.
Dude. And then fucking this guy, Kage, is like, my name is Kage. I've been sent by Sir Moose. I can't read from back here.
Sir Mose, yeah.
Sir.
Chief of the secret factory.
The secret fucking factory. That still throws me off. I'm like, it reminds me of fucking Pokemon Red when, like, no one's supposed to know that Giovanni's a bad guy. Or, like, head of Team Rocket. It's like, really? The fact that he wasn't just a giant douche nozzle to everybody. And that entire thing with Team Rocket has always just confounded me. Like, how can you have such a lame-ass group of quote-unquote evil people? Have they ever tried to do something that's actually scary or, like, uber destructive?
Like Team Rocket?
Yeah.
Like, are we talking about Jesse James Team Rocket? Or
No,
we
not
talking...
Jesse James. I'm talking about, like, actually, like, in the games. I've only played Blue and Red, but just whenever I hear, like, the plots of the other ones, I'm like...
They're always trying to take over stuff. Mafia style.
Yeah, but that's about it. Like...
Alright, well, we're gonna end this episode here. We just hand off the blueprints to Kage. He's gonna take it to the secret factory, and we're gonna head back to the end of camp. We're gonna cut it here, and we'll come back there, so you don't have to watch us grind through the mountain again.
Did you save?
Well, I'm going to save right now.
Yeah, we have to do this. I don't know if any of you guys are using the same emulator that we are. Which one is this one?
This is the EPSXE.
If you're using this one and you're using OBS, which is Open Broadcasting Software, yeah, make sure that you save, then you close out of this shit, or else you're gonna have to. You're gonna have a bad time.
Later, folks.